And Sam Bankman-Fried, founder of the crypto exchange FTX, appeared in a New York courtroom on Thursday and is facing 8 counts of fraud and conspiracy. After returning to the U.S. following his arrest in the Bahamas last week, Bankman-Fried was released by a judge on a bond of $250 million. Joining me to talk more about SBF and his historic bail is Joe Khalil. Joe, this is something that everyone has been watching since it all started to fall apart.
Yeah, it really is, Nick. And look, his is one of the most notorious names in the world right now, Sam Bankman-Fried, and he is back home under the supervision of his parents in Palo Alto, California, after posting bail, which a judge set for him at $250 million. Now, in order to get back home with his parents, he and his attorneys did have to agree to a certain set of conditions here, one being that he's going to have to wear an electronic monitor while he's home, obviously not allowed to leave. He had to give up his passport. He's got to undergo some mental health treatment. And he's also not allowed to do any banking or take out any loans that are more than $1,000. Now, in court on Thursday, he heard the 8 felony counts that he is facing, which include fraud charges, money laundering, conspiracy, and illegal campaign contributions. All of this for allegedly cheating users and investors in his cryptocurrency platform, FTX, collectively out of billions of dollars. Money that the victims of the alleged fraud here may never get back. FTX went bankrupt, and Bankman-Fried was arrested in the Bahamas just one day before he was set to testify before Congress. Now, in that hearing, John Ray, now CEO of the company, who was basically brought in to clean up all the bankruptcy mess here, described the company's leadership under Bankman-Fried as an utter failure of corporate control, laying the blame at Bankman-Fried's feet.
We're dealing with literally a sort of a paperless bankruptcy in terms of how they created this company. It makes it very difficult to trace and track assets, and particularly, as I've said, in the crypto world. It's really unprecedented.
In a series of media interviews before he was arrested, Bankman-Fried essentially tried to pass the guilt off to other people within FTX. We should note that 2 other of his former co-workers, Gary Wang and Carolyn Ellison, have already pleaded guilty to fraud charges related to the same situation that Bankman-Fried is now facing. Nick.
Joe, that has to be a precarious situation when those who are closest to you start to turn on you, because isn't she like the ex-girlfriend and the other is the person with whom he started the company, correct?
Yeah, that's right. In fact, prosecutors actually already came forward and said in this hearing on Thursday that there are people who worked within FTX that are cooperating witnesses for them. So that is certainly going to be something that's going to be interesting to watch as this plays out in court, Nick.
And Joe, we're definitely just only at the beginning of this story. I can see that already. Thank you. Joe Khalil reporting for us this morning.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation in your cable lineup. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-based, unbiased coverage.